What's up, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, wherever the fuck else you can find this at. This is another solo session of the Fed Show. Just to update on my DWI bullshit and all that goes into that and that entails. So, one of the biggest things that no one ever tells you when you get a DWI is your attorney doesn't really do a whole lot until they're paid in full. And it's not like to talk shit about the attorney, because basically, why would they do anything if they didn't know you were going to pay them? So, like, I went to court, and the way that they tell you is basically they can push your date for however long, so that you can get into right standing with them with the money. So that until that point, basically they kind of just push the date, just like when you get a speeding ticket or something. They just push it out and push it out and push it out and push it out, and then finally no one shows up in court and they dismiss it. Well, DWI, they don't just not show up, but they give you the time to kind of push it out so you can kind of make the payments and get into that mindset. So still working on that, not quite where I need to be on that one yet, but had conversations with them, showed up in court, paid for parking, sat there for probably like an hour and a half or so, and then it's like, oh, yeah, you're good to go, bro. Sign this paper, and we'll see you back on at a later date. We'll call you, text you, email you, all that jazz. But that's where I'm at right now with my DWI. So working on that, trying to get that process, trying to get that taken care of, and basically doing pretty solid. It's about 74, 75 days now sober. No alcohol. Still got the breathalyzer in the car. Still addicted to energy drinks. Found a new addiction. Started doing these hardcore walks some nights. I did 5.5 miles the other night. And I mean, honestly, you kind of feel I don't know, when you're done with that kind of exercise, 5.5 miles just walking, you kind of feel hey, okay, I can probably do more. It just gives you a different mindset on what you're trying to accomplish. So the new goal of mine is to lose some damn weight, because I've struggled with my weight. I was talking. Let me get a drink. I was talking with a friend the other day about my fucking weight loss journey. Let's put it like that. But I've been struggling with my weight for probably about 9 years. I remember being 265, trying to get down to 225. It was in one of the apps that I re-downloaded, and then I remember getting up to 285 and trying to get down to 245. And then, DWI, I was in jail, I was at 306. And now I'm walking around at a comfortable 286, 287. But I'm trying to get back down to that 225 mark, which I know that's 60 pounds, and I've already lost 15, but that's just my personal goals. And I was I've tried a lot of diets. I've tried Atkins, I've tried keto, I've done OMAD, I've done intermittent fasting, full blown, a 6-8 or a 420, and not 6-8. What is it? 6-18, and then 8-16, something whatever. Fuck, I don't remember. There's math involved, and basically you eat a certain window out of 24 hours. But I've done all these diets. I've done a bunch of crazy ass workouts. One time I lost 30 pounds just eating ramen noodles, which is super unhealthy, but it was fantastic because I ate ramen noodles for every meal all the time. It was not fantastic, but it got the weight off. But yeah, this is just one of those fucking solo update bullshits. I don't know how long this one will be. The last one was 15 minutes. But the other thing I wanted to talk about was my church experience now. The first time I went, it was great. I was really, it kind of seemed like the message was hitting me between the eyes. It was for me. It kind of got me back into thinking about a lot of the religious stuff that I had come out of, and the religious thinking, and a lot of my issues with the church. My issues really weren't ever with God or the church per se. It was with the people. It was with the relationships that I had built that had failed me in the church. It was relationships with friends from the church. It was relationships with friends outside of the church that then came to church, and then kind of relationships with sideways with people. And that was a lot of those were a lot of my issues looking back. It was never really the Word of God. I said quotations because, yeah. anyways, the Word of God never like really offended me in any way. It never made me think, oh well, I'm doing something wrong. Like, it's the moral basis for right and wrong, and just about everything in there I think I can agree with. Some of the Old Testament shit's crazy, but I'm not getting into all that. I'm just getting into the way that you conduct your life as a Christian per se now, which the right and wrong aspect. So I've been still attending the church. I took my kids; they all enjoyed it. I went back this past weekend by myself and showed up late as usual, but it was a good message. It was getting past rejection, and that's something that I never really processed in my life, because I just the way the pastor put it, he said you hold on to something when someone rejects you or someone leaves you, and you see an empty seat at the table. But rather than seeing an empty seat, you should see an open seat for someone who belongs in your life or someone who needs to be in your life. And that perspective alone sat with me the better course of the day, probably like 12 hours. I was sitting there thinking about that, about all the people that we let into our lives, and then when they let us down, we're faced with the option of like to be mad about it or to try to get back at them. But sometimes it's just like, maybe they didn't need to be in our life to begin with. Maybe we just need to let that person go and see the opportunity or see the opening in our life for the next person to come in, whether that be in a romantic relationship, whether that be friends, whether that be a mentor, or whether that be someone that you're mentoring, or you're helping out, or you're putting on, or however you want to take that situation and explain that to yourself. The position is not always empty. It's not a position that you're losing something. It's also the position that you can gain something. You could gain an amazing friendship out of it. You can gain an amazing relationship out of it. You can we tend to just take the rejection and think there's something wrong with us. Maybe that relationship just wasn't meant to be. And honestly, every time I've gone to church, it's been something along the lines of something that feels like it's hitting me between the eyes, like issues I'm not addressing. And the sermon before that, they talked about not being appreciated. Like you're sitting there and you just don't feel like the effort, the time you put in is appreciated. And it kind of ties into the same thing with rejection. Like, normally when someone leaves your life, it's because they don't appreciate the things that you do. And I do want to shout out the homies in this, because I was having conversations with a couple of friends, and talking about, they were just going through some stuff with people in their lives. And in all of this, with me getting a DWI and ended up in jail, I've kind of really realized the people who are really looking out for me. Of course, like my mom, she's always been there wanting the best for me, as like parents do. But I didn't really lose any friends. Like, I didn't lose, like, some people are like, oh, well, you were just hanging out with a bunch of people you drank with all the time. And yeah, that's true. And I'm still hanging out with those people. And they've been very encouraging to me. They've been there for me. They've checked on me. They made sure that I'm not fucking up. And I mean, I got a breathalyzer in my car, so it's not like I can drink and drive. Like, they'll immediately know. But, like, shout out to Dank817, because every time I talk about being sober, he's like, keep going, keep going. Shout out to JOE, because, man, like, he had his little album release, and I went up there, and he's like, bro, we're going to have the waters up there, we're going to have something. I still had a drink in my hand, but it wasn't alcohol. And, like, guys don't have to do stuff like that. And no one has to check up on you. No one has to reach out to you and see how you're doing. Shout out to Kai Woods, because, I mean, there's been a couple of days I'm just like, fuck. I'm just in a badass mood, and he's like, bro, let's go. And we'll just go grab some food, we'll go hang out, we'll talk about projects he's got going on, just being a genuine friend. And like, I gotta shout those guys out, because really, those three dudes have really been there for me through most of this. So fuck, I'm getting emotional. Oh, let me drink some bang. But you're only going to hear that if you listen to the podcast, because I'm not going to put that in the reel, because this is for the real ones. But yeah, I mean, this week has been. I just wrapped a podcast earlier with He's an artist. I can't remember his name right now, and I can't pull up my. I'll You'll hear it. It'll be up on all platforms. Got a podcast tomorrow. Got a podcast Wednesday. Got a podcast Thursday. I'm gonna have to pause a couple of these and hold them because, man, I can't put up 4 in 1 week and then not put anything up new next week. So I'm gonna hold on to 2 of them, but I don't know which 2 I'm gonna hold on to. I'm gonna have to do some juggling and some thinking on that. But just wanted to give y'all an update. Just wanted to talk about my DWI experience and going back to search for a higher power. But the things that I'm getting out of church right now, it's amazing to me that they're really just hitting me between the eyes. Like, they're really saying, like, hey, this shit's for you. Like, you showing up here, the stuff that we're talking about, you can apply it to your life right now. You don't always have to go search out the advice and search out the wisdom you need. Sometimes it's right there in front of you. So with all that said, I got the laptop here, I got that phone, I got this phone, I got the tablet. I'm going to do some cutting and editing and then get ready, get some questions and shit rolling for the next couple of podcasts. But y'all stay fed. And oh yeah, we're going to do this new thing coming soon with food truck reviews. So if you get to this part and there's a food truck that you think I should go review, let me know. We got a really cool name on that too. A couple of people know about it. But shh, don't tell nobody.